Today we're going to be breaking down one of my early fights with Bellator where I scored a second round TKO. We're going to start at the beginning, go through all the little parts of importance. I'm going to explain to you what happened in the moment, how I go about executing the technique or mistakes I made, and then finally we will get to the end of the fight and I'll explain how and why I was able to finish this before the final bell. This is probably one of my fights you have not seen, so make sure you stick around. Alright guys, right from the beginning, we walk out, he throws a body round kick and I attack that back leg. Now what you're looking to do when you see somebody with one leg elevated and one leg stuck to the ground, you know that standing leg is a target. It's a target that can't be checked unless you wait too long. If the kick comes up and back down, then you go to attack, they can get the check off. So you have to be very, very fast and have the ability to block and then step off on an angle and then chop the inside of that leg. This is a technique which is super effective and everybody should be trying to utilize. Moving on in the fight, I set up a nice little Superman. Now Supermans are not something that we see too often in kickboxing being crazy effective. We do see them more in MMA because with the smaller gloves, I think they will be more effective just because being able to land anything is going to be that much more detrimental. But what I like to make sure I do, just like I did in this instance, is lead off with a low kick. Blast in a low kick, hit the guy, make him think about it, and then when you come up and you start that Superman, they're thinking still low kick, and then you can come through and land. Now, it's not going to necessarily guarantee you a knockdown, but it's a nice scoring technique, and because many of the promotions like fancy, and fancy sometimes, especially under glory rules, equals higher scoring techniques for some reason. I don't agree with it, but that's the way it is. Throwing shots like Superman punches are very important. All right, right here we're looking at some good action, putting together the combo following with the low kick. The mistake I made there is letting him walk straight in and fire a shot after my combo. I throw the nice combo, boom, 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 down to the body, chop the low kick, I back off, and then I go just, stationary. I should be either going stationary and using the front kick defensively to stop him because you know he's going to be coming back trying to get that counter shot on you, or you finish with your kick and then you exit an angle. Always remembering to exit and then catch an angle makes it much more difficult for somebody to follow up after. So that was a mistake on my part. All right, here's a fast, ferocious exchange I want to look at. Right from the beginning here, blocking the kick, throwing my own, not having trouble or any success going to the head, so I got onto the body, start hunting away. He's throwing back, and then I decide to clinch up. Sometimes I find I just get a little bit too energetic or too into the moment and I'm trying to force the shot and you land one or two and then you keep hunting, but then you start getting clipped. And what you have to remember to do is to pause, either by backing away and just giving up the attack, or like I did in that instance, just clenching. Because if you just stand there and bang when things aren't going your way, that I think is one of the reasons people end up getting knocked down when they really don't need to. All right, here's a nice use of a front kick. I throw the jab, he backs away, I come up to the face with the front kick. He fires back with the round kick, I go for the high check, and then a nice scissor knee to finish off. Those scissor knees are sort of my bread and butter. I love throwing them. I'm very sad that I'm now moving to karate combat. Flying knees will not be a part of my arsenal, but what are you gonna do? Now before we get round 2 underway, it's worth noting that my opponent here deserves some credit. Roberto Garogita, I believe, an Italian guy who since I fought him has gone on to win a pro ISKA world title. And I love to see when past opponents of mine make a nice comeback and get good victories once I've beat them. All right, now we're moving into round number 2. As I said, this opponent is very high level. He throws really nice hard shots, very crisp, good evasion there, but nice sweep from me. Catch the round kick off the block, scoop it through. I still have it, so I might as well follow up with that low kick and take him out. From here, I want to focus on this round kick into a spinning side kick. Now, when you miss with a round kick, you have some options. I'm going to do a video very soon on what you can do, all the different options, but one of those is definitely miss. Use the momentum to come with that spinning side kick. Now from here, we're starting to get a little bit later in the fight. Nice low kick from him. I'm keeping the pressure though. He's up against the ring ropes. Nice left hook. Good follow from the knee with him though, and we fall to the clinch. What I like about that exchange there is I see him backing away and I go for a long left hook. I'm not keeping it short. A lot of times when people throw hooks, they limit themselves to sort of this idea, but you want to be able to come very tight if necessary, but also super long, so you can catch people to the side of the head when they think they're at that safe range. Now we're gonna look at a nice sweep from Roberto here. He fakes, I go for the check, and he catches the back leg. That's a very clever use of attacking down low. If you go to throw your low kick and you see your opponent lift, you know this leg is going to block anything coming from this angle. So you decide to come straight up the middle and take out the standing leg. The lower you go, the closer to that ankle you get, the more chance there is you're going to take out their leg. If you kick up to the thigh, it's more of a damaging technique, but down low is to off balance or sweep them out. And from here, we're sort of back in the fray, tossing shots at each other. I hit him there with a left hook, which wobbles him. Again, big left hook. And he does a good job trying to grab me there, but I'm keeping him in that position. Nice throw there. I was doing a good job of maintaining the range. As he tries to jam, I keep punching and then just use a little bit of footwork to make sure he's not able to get to that really tight range where he can wrap up. And then I like those throws, although I should have just let him go completely and keep my head up. He managed to drag me down, which I don't like. Now at this point, I know I have him a little bit hurt. I've rocked him with a couple big left hooks, trying to get him back on those ring ropes. I find when you have success and somebody lets themselves rest up against the ring ropes, they give themselves no opportunity to move backwards. So all you have to do is stop them from moving off to the sides, and that's what is going to happen here. I recognize he's going to put his back to the ring ropes. All I have to do to stop him from escaping when he moves this way is throw left hooks. And then all I need to do is get him to the corner where I can let punches unload and go for that TKO finish. So right here, he's in the corner, he's trying to get around, he's trying to escape, push him off, big shots, jolt in the head back and forward. He almost goes down there, the ring ropes save him, and the ref has to step in and stop it, because at that point, in kickboxing, there's no 8 counts. The ref cannot step in and go, okay, I'm going to give you a count of 8 because his bum did not touch the ground. So what happens is the ref goes, okay, either have to wait until he gets knocked down or I have to look at the safety of the fighter and stop this before somebody gets really hurt. And when you see somebody's head snapping up and down, it's only a matter of time till one shot comes in and really puts them down and out. So I thought that was a fantastic finish, and I did not have to worry about my opponent's health after. I do not like getting big KOs. I mean, I do, because I can go home and celebrate, but in the sense my opponent is injured and hurt, I don't like getting big KOs. So I do like when the ref is doing his job and steps in at the right moment. So there, guys, was multiple clips of a fight you may not have seen yet. That was from, I believe, 2017 in Florence, Italy. My brother and I went over. It was just the two of us. We realized for this fight that going over 3 days prior is just not enough when you're traveling to Europe. I remember being so tired for this fight and so jet lagged, and just 3 days did not give me enough opportunity to be as sharp as I normally am. In my next fight, which was against Kevin Ross for the Bellator title, I went over a whole week in advance, and I felt so sharp leading up to that fight, because the first 3 days of jet lag come and go, and then you're able to get back into your normal routine of just being focused, laser focused, even though you are doing that diet and weight cut to get down to, for me, the 145-pound mark. So I hope everybody enjoyed this episode today. I hope you enjoyed getting to see some clips of this fight, which you may never have seen before. If you enjoyed the video, guys, please give it a like. If you haven't already, join the channel and get subscribed. And as always, guys, train hard, and I'll see you back here soon for another video.